This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Phil, coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for Thursday, March 19th. China has no plans to attack Taiwan in 2027, according to the U.S. intelligence report. President Lai highlights 45 years of ties with St. Vincent and Grenadines. And Foreign Minister Lin urges South Korea to correct Taiwan's name on arrival cards. But first, today's top story. The United States Office of the Director of National Intelligence's latest report indicates that China has no plans to invade Taiwan in 2027. The 2026 Annual Threat Assessment of the U.S. intelligence community released Wednesday assesses the PLA's developing plans and capabilities in more than 30 pages. Although China has threatened militarily annex Taiwan, the report states it quote-unquote prefers to achieve unification without the use of force if possible. It indicates that Beijing is likely to continue creating conditions for eventual unification while avoiding conflict. The PLA continues to develop military plans and capabilities to achieve unification by force regardless, the report details, making steady but uneven progress in its ability to seize Taiwan and potentially deter or thwart U.S. intervention. The office assesses that Chinese leaders currently do not have plans to invade Taiwan in 2027, nor have they set a specific timetable for unification, although they have publicly announced that unification with Taiwan is crucial to their goal of national rejuvenation by the 100th anniversary of the People's Republic of China in 2049. Beijing will consider multiple factors when determining whether to seek unification militarily and how to do so, including the PLA's combat readiness, Taiwan's actions and political situation, and whether the U.S. will militarily intervene, the report states. It says that Chinese officials understand launching an amphibious invasion has a high risk of failure, especially if the U.S. intervenes. Assessing how it would impact the U.S., the report states that intervening would likely cause China to carry out cyber attacks on the U.S. transportation industry within a recoverable range. Not intervening would cause U.S. and global economic and security interests to face significant and costly consequences, including disruptions to technology supply chains. President Lai Ching-te met on Wednesday with St. Vincent Deputy Prime Minister and National Security, Disaster Management and Immigration Minister Hon St. Clair Leacock and his spouse and entourage. He said this year marks 45 years of diplomatic relations between Taiwan and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with both sides having weathered challenges together and supported each other sincerely to build a comprehensive partnership. This is St. Vincent's first delegation to Taiwan since its new government took office late last year. Lai thanks St. Vincent for prioritizing ties and asked Leacock to convey Taiwan's greetings to Prime Minister Godwin Friday. He likened the friendship to Caribbean rum that grows richer with age. Taiwan has been a steadfast partner in medical care, public health, agriculture, education, and information communication, Lai said. He pledged continued education cooperation via Taiwan Scholarships, the Taiwan Global Pathfinders Initiative, and the Diplomatic Allies Inbound Track program. The president voiced Taiwan's willingness to contribute more globally and urged St. Vincent's support for its international participation. Finally, Lai expressed hope that under the new St. Vincent government's support, bilateral ties will continue to expand in depth and breadth. Foreign Minister Lin Jialong urged the South Korean government on Thursday to correct its electronic card arrival system, which improperly labels Taiwan as China Taiwan, emphasizing the need for mutual respect and equal dignity to maintain positive bilateral ties. In response to the labeling, Taiwan changed Korea to South Korea on its Alien Residence Certificate, known as ARC, starting March 1st. The government has given Seoul until March 31st to correct the system, warning of reciprocal naming measures on Taiwan's electronic arrival cards if no positive response is received. Speaking at the legislature, Lin noted that South Korea's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has acknowledged this issue and initiated negotiations.
We are giving the other side time, as Taiwan-South Korea relations are actually good in terms of industry, tourism and cultural exchange. We hope the South Korean government can face Taiwan's public opinion and our government's negotiations, uphold parity and dignity, and promote the development of friendly relations.
Lin said. Lin acknowledged that South Korea showed some goodwill by delaying its planned February 1st phase-out of paper arrival cards. He expressed optimism that Taiwan's countermeasures will be effective, noting that private citizens in both countries support recognizing Taiwan by its proper name. An unconventional way to seek wealth, the Golden Rooster art installation at Zinan Temple in Zhushan, Nantou, has recently captured the public's imagination, drawing crowds hoping for a stroke of fortune.
At Zhushan Zinan Temple in Nantou County, a giant gold rooster art installation gleams under the sun. Devotees have stuffed the metal-woven gaps with $5 and $10 coins, a viral trend sparking online buzz. It's an unconventional way to pray for prosperity. Worshippers mimic wishing wells, cramming coins to infuse the rooster with wealth energy, hoping for divine blessings from the earth god. Like everyone else, I think it's great, very meaningful, said one devotee. It's quite interesting. Is it for exchanging money charms? Said another. The temple says many believers began spontaneously putting money in the golden rooster, hoping to pray for wealth. A pre-Lunar New Year cleanup yielded over 1,000 Taiwanese dollars, approximately $30 in coins, donated as incense money. But beware, those coins belong to the temple. Removing them without permission violates Taiwan's Criminal Code Article 320 on theft. Stuffing coins into the gold rooster fills it with fortune and offers the Zhushan Zinan Temple a quirky path to prosperity. Eloise Phillips for RTI News.
Vice President Xiao Biki met with a cross-party delegation from the Finland-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Group on Wednesday, expressing hopes for a deeper bilateral cooperation in technology and artificial intelligence to counter emerging global trends. While welcoming the delegation at the presidential office, Xiao noted that both Finland and Taiwan are highly competitive democracies. Despite domestic political differences in both nations, she emphasized their shared commitment to advance bilateral relations and supporting democratic development. Xiao highlighted the complementary strengths of the two countries, pairing Finland's leadership in telecommunications and space technology with Taiwan's dominance in semiconductor and electronics manufacturing. She stressed that democratic nations must collaborate to drive technological progress while addressing shared challenges like disinformation, cybersecurity threats, and submarine cable disruptions. Noting that Taiwan is celebrating the 30th anniversary of its first direct presidential election this month, Xiao underscored their shared commitment to freedom. She said the generation that witnessed Taiwan's transition from authoritarianism to democracy must cherish opportunities to work with global partners to protect universal values. San Antonio Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones says President Lai Ching-te's 5 trusted industry sectors align perfectly with San Antonio's development direction. The mayor is leading a delegation to Taiwan, as detailed in a central news agency release this Thursday. The foreign ministry in a press release stated that Deputy Minister Chen Ming-chi hosted a luncheon for the mayor and her delegation on Wednesday, exchanging views on cybersecurity, the drone industry, and advanced manufacturing. Chen said that relations between Taiwan and Texas continue to deepen and that the state has become an important base for Taiwanese companies establishing operations in the United States. He said Governor Greg Abbott's 2024 visit to Texas and the establishment of the State of Texas Taiwan office demonstrate the increasingly close ties. Taiwan possesses key advantages in semiconductor and artificial intelligence, Chen said, and plays an indispensable role in global innovation and the democratic supply chain. Ortiz-Jones noted that San Antonio is the 6th largest city in the U.S. and aligns closely with President Lai's 5 Trusted Industry Sectors initiative, indicating broad potential for cooperation. The mayor praised Taiwan's free and open media and democratic system, expressing high expectations for strengthened cooperation in technological innovation, industrial development, talent exchange, and overall bilateral relations. Thanks for joining me for the news. I'm Phil Laskowski. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.